The key to the Kaaba was handed back to Usman bin Talha. After this, the Muslims emerged as the dominant force in Arabia. But just 14 days after conquering Mecca, they set off for Hunayn, where they would face one of the toughest battles of their lives. Hunayn became a pivotal moment. The Quran had predicted the fall of the great Roman Empire. When the mighty Roman Empire appeared to be on the verge of collapse, the Quran boldly declared that it would rise again. 8 years before the rise of Islam, in a cave in Mecca, the Quran had already foretold the fierce battle between the Roman and Persian empires. It was like the ultimate war between two superpowers, much like the tension between America and China today. The Persian Empire had dealt a massive blow to the Romans, and the world believed that the Roman Empire, which had dominated for over 1,000 years, was finally crumbling. The Roman Empire, however, was far from a small force. Even today, the Roman Empire's influence is still felt around the world. For example, July is named after the Roman Emperor Julius Caesar, who was the first major emperor of Rome. And after July comes August, named after the second great Roman emperor, Augustus. The planets, Jupiter, Mars, and Venus, are all named after Roman gods. About 300 years before Islam, the Roman Empire split into two. The Eastern Roman Empire, which continued as the Byzantine Empire, and the Western Roman Empire, which eventually faded. Despite its decline, the Byzantine Empire remained a superpower, but it seemed that the Persians were on the verge of destroying it. However, the Persians couldn't achieve such a victory without the help of people within the Roman Empire. Before the war, the people of the Roman Empire had grown weary of their emperor Phocas. He had overthrown the beloved Emperor Maurus, and his reign was marked by cruelty, including the brutal execution of Maurus's family in front of the public in Constantinople. This sparked rebellion, but Phocas crushed the protests with force, imprisoning and executing thousands. Despite his attempts to maintain control through fear, the people's discontent continued to grow. Seeing this weakness, the Persian Emperor Khosrau took advantage of the situation and launched an attack on the Roman Empire, seizing important provinces like Syria, Egypt, and Palestine. The Roman army, realizing the severity of their situation, sought help from a respected African governor. This support led to the removal of Phocas and the rise of Emperor Hercules, who vowed to reclaim the empire from the Persians. He eventually managed to defeat the Persians and take back the regions they had conquered. Meanwhile, Prophet Muhammad had already received divine revelation, and his message was seen as a challenge to the existing order of both the Roman and Persian empires. His teachings corrected the beliefs of both Jews and Christians, and in Mecca, this message was mocked by disbelievers, who thought it was impossible for the Roman Empire to recover. But Abu Bakr, a companion of the Prophet, placed a bet on the Quranic prophecy that the Romans would indeed triumph. Despite the odds, the Romans did succeed, and the prophecy came true. The Romans had their victory, and soon after, the Muslims too celebrated their own triumph in the Battle of Badr. This was a turning point in both the history of Islam and the fate of the Roman Empire. Eventually, the Roman Emperor Hercules, now at the height of his power, was invited by Prophet Muhammad to embrace Islam. But Hercules refused, and in the years that followed, the Muslims went on to conquer vast territories, including both the Roman and Persian empires. The Prophet Muhammad's life saw numerous trials, including a painful boycott in Mecca, the loss of his beloved wife Khadijah and his uncle Abu Talib, and violent persecution in Taif. But through these hardships, he was given the miraculous journey of Isra and Mi'raj, a journey that changed the course of history. The night Prophet Muhammad was taken from Mecca to Jerusalem, and from there to the seven heavens, was a divine event. On this journey, he met the great prophets of the past, including Adam, Jesus, and John the Baptist. The prophet's journey through the heavens reaffirmed his pivotal role in the divine plan and established his position as the final messenger of God. For more videos like this, like and subscribe to our channel. Share this video as much as possible.